How did the US-Russia war begin?
Infinite Trends.
With the outbreak of World War II, Germany invaded Poland and then the former Soviet Union. But the Soviet Union followed in the footsteps of Eastern Europe and half Germany. In addition to NATO and the Warsaw Pact, the current international organization was formed. NATO included Western European countries, the United States, Britain, and Turkey, increased based on time. For now, it includes 30 countries. The Warsaw Pact had 8 members. The former Soviet Union: Albania, Romania, Poland, Hungary, Bulgaria and Czechoslovakia, and Poland. Warsaw or the Warsaw Pact dissolved in the year 1999. The mentioned Eastern European countries have joined NATO in 1999. Over time, East and West Germany merged. First Germany, and then gradually 10 Eastern European countries became members of NATO. The Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, and 15 countries, Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Georgia, Moldova, Latvia, Estonia, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan were formed. Russia became the heir to the former Soviet Union, taking over the Soviet Union's assets, debts, and taking on everything good and bad. Over time, the United States has lost ground in Europe. Russia has been economically weakened but militarily strong. The United States has made the 10 communist nations in Eastern Europe members of NATO, while the US has promised Russia not to do so. In 2008, Georgia invaded Sakinwal and Arpaksha. Saknaval and Apakshaya are Georgian territories, but they have been at loggerheads for years. After several wars, the Russians deployed peacekeepers, including a Georgian pro-Western president who wanted to join NATO in 2008. But one of the conditions for NATO membership was a single territorial condition. Georgia had territorial difficulties, so President Saakashvili invaded Georgia. Russian peacekeepers were killed. As a result, Russia invaded Georgia and divided it into 2 parts. Georgia is on Russia's side, despite its unfulfilled dreams of becoming a NATO member. In 2014, the story of Ukraine began. The United States began to intervene and started a civil war in the name of Europeans and Russians. The United States and the West are so committed to Russia that they have even banned Russian animals such as cats, athletes, artists, and even Russian artifacts from their universities. This is not the result of love and support for the Ukrainian people, but decades of animosity towards Russia. That is the hatred that arose after World War II. They spent years looking for an opportunity to cool down the decades-old extremism. The West can neither tolerate the power of the Russian regime, its culture, nor its unique territories. The United States has conquered and enslaved virtually the whole of Europe. The West can never act against American policy. It has established military bases in every European country in the name of NATO. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, the United States granted NATO membership to 10 Eastern European countries. This has led to internal strife and hypocrisy in Ukraine in the name of European membership. In the name of Russia and the West, a civil war broke out between them. They made life impossible for Russians and Russian spokes in Ukraine.